Hey guys, Murph here for another NASCAR Heat 4 video. As you can see here, welcome to the Lady in Black. Welcome to my favourite oval, Darlington. The track that's too tough to tame. This track is just an absolute blast, as you can see. The track is, what, 20 metres wide, 20 yards wide? But in reality is the groove is only maybe a fifth of that. Real narrow. I love the challenge. I love how both ends of the track are so vastly different, and it's just such a tough place to go and race. At the moment we're on the track, I'm just showing you what it's like on old tyres. This is just before I make it. Oh no, this isn't old tyres, this is new tyres. Just absolutely full speed, bouncing off the wheelie, beating Darlington strike. As you can see as I'm catching the AI, this is the difference between old tyres and new tyres. Just got so much more speed.
Still there?
To do a quick wrap around here on new tyres, all you're doing is when you go into turn 1, you just want to lift off the throttle for maybe about a second, and then let the car throttle for their speed and back to full throttle. Try going on the outside. You probably want to be a bit further to the left. You can go full throttle basically from the instant you get it on new tyres. And we'll skip to how I do it on old tyres. Now this shows the speed difference. It's dropped right back. I'm only doing about 160 miles an hour in the corner. Oh, get a Darlington stripe on exit. Turn 2, you want to hit the brakes about now and just scrub off the speed until you get down to around 135 mile an hour or so, and let the car slide wide to the outside of the turn. As you can see, there's a huge difference in terms of how soon you can get to the accelerator, how much mid-corner speed you can carry. Just everything is just so much more slower, so much less grip, and that's part of the fun. That's part of the challenge of trying to do a hot lap around this awesome racetrack. Now we'll get to the setup very, very shortly. As we cross the line, I'll move across to it. We'll get set up. It is a compromise. You do struggle with a bit with understeer at the start of the run, as the car will free up as the run goes. So we'll move across to the setup. So I ran the shocks at 7-10 split on each of the corners. Slightly less compression and rebound is normal. It seems to suit me. Again, this does come to personal preference in terms of how quickly you want the car to transfer its weight and things like that. So you want to play around with that and find out what suits your own driving style. But this is a good baseline that's quite conservative, quite stable. Left down to the weight settings. Left weight is normal, as far to the left as possible. The only time we really change that is on the road course. Front weight, I went 50-50. Just felt good to me, felt right in the zone for me. Potentially you could definitely play around with that, move it like 0.5 at a time. Moving it forward will of course tighten the car up, and moving it rearward will loosen the car up. Wedge is the same situation. A 48 seemed to suit me, but might be able to find something else. And again, if you're finding the car is loose, you'll want to increase that number to 48.5, 49, etc. and just keep trying it until you get to where you like it. And conversely, pull it down if the car's too tight. Ride height, I found having a bit of rake in the car felt quite nice, helped rotate the car, helped get the car into the corner a bit better. Did sacrifice a tiny wee bit of straight line speed to compensate for that. Springs we went pretty much usual. The right side springs as hard as possible. That seems to work in this game. With the left just slightly softer, just to help get the car to hook into the corners. Tyre pressures, right side on 50 and 48 respectively, and left pressures are 20 each. Found combination of feel and also looking at the data seemed to suit that kind of quite high split. The data meaning the difference between inside, middle and outside tyre temperatures. Trying to getting that right. It seemed to like a good split. Cambers. Now cambers was something I didn't really set up for speed. I set these to try and wear the front tyres at roughly the same speed or slightly slower than the rear tyres. This track's all about the long run. It does wear the tyres out, so trying to keep the balance on the car was the challenge. I went 5 on the front. That seemed to be wearing slightly slower than the rear, but about where I like it. Just the car frees up over the run. The left front, the same thing. Just trying to get it so the front over the course of 20-30 laps might be 1 or 2% higher, 1 or 2% less wear than the rears. Track bar. Now that's an interesting one. I went as low as possible for Darlington, simply because the exit of turn 2, the car, because of the quick transition and the banking from the heavy banking to the straightaway banking is quite aggressive. The car does tend to like to lose the rear off the corner there. So to try and compensate for that, I ran quite a low rear track bar. If you find the car's too tight off the corner, you might want to go up there. But I think over the long run, you will want to leave that at 6 inches. Brake bias, I have it slightly further to the rear than feels comfortable. That's just the way I like it. I like to back the car in MotoGP style. Back the car in with the rear losing grip before the front. That's my personal preference. You might want to increase that just to find what you like, because you bear in mind, unlike a lot of tracks, you are using the brake to get the car into turn 3 and 4. You are trying to slow the car down with the brakes. Grill tape, 50% seemed to work for me. It's a case of playing around with it. If it starts to overheat in practice, decrease it. It's pretty simple. Doesn't make a huge difference in this game. Steering wheel, a wheel lock and steering offset, again, it's like the shocks, it's personal preference is what suits you. And the gear ratio is actually something I didn't touch, but it seemed about right during the race. Anyway, I hope you guys found that useful, helpful. If you did find it useful and helpful, please like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. And also, if you've got any requests for setups for NASCAR Heat 4, or even Project Cars 2, feel free to put something in the comments, and I'll try and oblige it when you can. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ciao.